Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airwaves with fast scan television. We have a repeater located up on Cougar Mountain. We transmit on 434 megahertz. Crossband repeater and spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. So before we get underway, I'll pause, and if anybody has traffic they need to transmit out, contact or emergency traffic, do so now. Okay, again, this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Checked in by video is KD7QKU, Ron, WW7N, James. Anybody else like to join us this evening?
WB7BHN.
WB7BHN, we have you, Jim. And, well, let's go up to Ron, KD7QKU.
Well, good evening. Looks like we have a small group here tonight. Ron, KD7QKU. It was raining here a minute ago. I guess it's stopped now. Supposed to have the roof over the Mariners. I'm watching the Mariners game. So anyway, we'll have a report again tonight. Went to a graveside service this afternoon for an old man. Had a nice little visit with his. He has 4 boys, and they're all married, have kids and everything, and it's nice to see all their family. Their kids are all married, of course, and they have children, so, you know, we're all getting old, and the kids are all growing up, so it was fun to see them. Talk to them, so I had a nice time. Back to that KD7QKU.
Okay, Ron, I see a P5 on the streaming, and what I'm receiving in Lake City on 1.2 gig is about a P3. I'm really getting a lot of vegetation growing from a big oak tree in my backyard. I notice the leaves are just really blocking the pathway. So, let's go on down to James, WU7N.
Well, good evening all. Let's see, I think there's 4 of us here tonight. I got the audio going just a little bit low. I may have put my call sign over on the top of you, Dave. Sorry about that. What I'm putting on right now up on the video stream is the National Institute of Standards and Technology Times. Of course, obviously, what's actually occurring at this moment. I'm kind of curious to see how long it will take before it appears on the streaming video. So anyway, like as with Ron, it just started raining here fairly recently. There were all sorts of forecasts about thunderstorms this afternoon. As I looked to the west between my home and the Cascades, I could definitely see that there was quite a bit of convective activity out in that direction. I don't know if anybody else actually saw or heard any thunder or saw any lightning or heard any thunderstorms. So anyway, Ron, I'm glad you had a chance to spend some time with the kids. That's always kind of cool to do, to remember when they were little and see when they're big, and watch them take over. Anyway, that's it for me, WU7N here in northeastern Bellevue. Dave, back to you.
Okay with that. Well, let's go down to WB7BHN.
WB7BHN. Well, I'm glad you guys are having the rain up there, because we had a real nice day here. It wasn't really sunny. It just the sun would break through the clouds once in a while, but it was nice and warm and fresh days off. I worked out most of the day washing the patio off there, the slab, and I got about a 1,400-foot put a roof over where we barbecue and everything, so we can barbecue when it's raining as long as it's warm. And I got poles up to the roof, and when they dug the holes for it, I had to put some dirt up on the slab, and I tried to wash it off over the holes, and it wasn't doing a good job, so I got the pressure washer out, washed it all off, and I got done with that and moved the patio furniture all over under the slab, and this is the driveway, so to say the least, I'm a little bit tired. I didn't do much, but I'm still tired. So we'll turn it back to net. KD7ZYM, WD7DHM.
WB7DHN. Well, let's see. Here's some reports back. Ron's got a P5 on streaming on 1.2 gig. I'm getting a P3 on it. James P5 on streaming and P4 coming back on 1.2. And myself, I'm seeing a P3 going into the streaming and sort of a P3 minus coming back on 1.2. And did some yard work this morning, got some garden tools that I no longer need, and I'm going to take 4 or 5 items and deliver them to Goodwill, and possibility they can find some use for that. Been going through some boxes and stuff, and I think I probably have a bunch of picture frames I'm going to get rid of. Been collecting them for years, about a dozen of them. Don't have any pictures to put in them, but they're like 5 by 7, so I think donate those out, get rid of those. But outside of that, doing some domestic chores around the house, and raining it is doing here in Lake City. Hear the pitter-patter coming down on the roof, and the temperature inside the shack is 76 degrees, so it's a little bit warm up here this evening. And as I said, the doggone maple tree has really sprouted out this winter and leaves. I see one of the big branches is kind of hanging over a neighbor's roof, so I might have to get that tree taken out. Huge tree, been there for years and years and years, so I hope I don't have to take it out, but at least I'll have to get some stuff away from my neighbor's driveway and the top of their roof. Or I can just kind of wait till they say, hey, can you do something about this? But I'd like to be a good neighbor. Anyway, that's what's happening here in Lake City and getting things done. So I'll turn it back over to Ron, KD7, 2KU.
Okay, well, thank you, Dave. KD7ZYM in the group. I guess I didn't say hello to James and hello to Jim. And Jim down there sounds like he's been doing a lot of work. So I don't know, Dave. Say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. It'd be a shame if that tree fell on your neighbor's house or something. I don't know. It might be something that would have to take care of. So anyway, it's going to cost me to take trees down. I don't know. I had a friend that a tree was leaning. He wanted his insurance to pay for it, and they said no, they wouldn't pay for it until it fell on the neighbor's house or fell on whatever would fall on it. So they finally had to take it down. They didn't want to see the neighbor suffer, and they didn't want to suffer the consequences or something. Kind of trees are wonderful, and I love trees, and I think they're beautiful, but they can be a nuisance and they can be a hazard. Well, let's see. Talking about yard work. So I have a friend up on Camino Island, and he had bought a new hedge trimmer. And he bought an electric one with a cord. I think once upon a time we might have had a gas one, but it kind of wouldn't run, and I think he ended up giving it to somebody else to try and fix it. So he went down and bought a new electric one, and then he called me and said he made a mistake. He should have bought a cordless electric one because his cords weren't long enough to get out in the yard where he needed to do the trimming. So he got me thinking about it. I've been using, the clippers around here for 50 years, and I just decided bought a new Ryobi, I guess it is, drill, and it had 2 batteries. Man, this little drill is really powerful. And I noticed that you can buy lots of other accessories to go with the battery, to come with the drill. And sure enough, one of them was a hedge trimmer. So you can buy the hedge trimmer for $69 without the battery. You sell them with and without. And about $150 or something to get the 2 batteries and charge. Well, I already had the 2 batteries. So I went down to Bellevue, Home Depot. It showed on my, I did a search and it showed they had 4 in stock, and I went down there. I couldn't find any. Couldn't find anybody to really help me. So then I decided I'd check out Ithaquah, and it showed they had quite a few. So I said, okay, I don't have anything better to do. I'll drive over to Ithaquah. So I drove over to Ithaquah, and same thing there. Where they had the garden equipment and stuff was kind of in disarray, and I couldn't see any. Finally, I found a nice guy to help me, and he searched and looked and checked inventory. Sure enough, they said they had some, and couldn't find them anyplace. So he went and got one of those step ladder things you climb on the little truck. So he was climbing around looking in all the boxes, and so way up high, he looked up there, and sure enough, there was this brown cardboard box, and it had some numbers written on the end of it, and it was the right number, so he climbed up there. Lo and behold, it was full of them, so he got me. Went out, and I got it down, and yep, that was exactly what it was. It was $69 plus whatever, plus tax. So I purchased it, brought it home. I was hoping my batteries would fit in it. Sure enough, it plugged right in it. Looks like it's going to be real quick. Maybe Monday I'll have a go at it. See how it works. I guess that's the store back to that KD7.
Thanks for that, Ron. ID time. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7YM. So let's go to James, WU7N.
Well, I wanted to see if the resolution on the converted signal was good enough to show the radar, and I see it really isn't very good. It looks like you can see some sort of blob of radar there, but you can't really see anything moving. So anyway, that's another experiment tonight. I'll have to see if there's some way I can increase that without destroying the aspect ratio. Ron, you're lucky that your batteries fit. I understand from some friends of mine who do some contracting work that you really have to stick with one brand, and even within that brand, you have to look very carefully at what the voltages are to make sure that the voltages in the batteries fit correctly. I was just given 2 batteries. I think they're 15-volt batteries, and the only accessory I have for them is a flashlight. But I was told that the batteries are shot. So I don't know whether they're nickel-cadmium or lithium-nickel metal hydride or what kind of batteries they are. But if anybody has any ideas on that, they're dead as doornails now. I was just going to put a slow trickle charge to them and see if they came back to life. But if anybody has any ideas on how you check to see if the batteries are really dead in those types of appliances, I'd be interested. So anyway, that's about it for me this round. I will pass it back to Nat, WU7N.
WU7N, yes, I've seen your picture streaming on 434. You got a nice P5 picture, and you can see the rain clouds moving around on the map. Western Washington side of the map, so that was pretty good. And it was about a P3.5, almost 4 coming in on 1.2. So with that, let's go down south to WB7ATS.
There's WB7BHF. Well, there's not enough of us here today. I don't even have time to take a quick nap between turns or something, so I guess I'll have to hold off on the nap till I go to bed tonight or something. And I've been working like mad down there and not getting much done, but put a lot of time in anyway. We worked from about 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning till about 4 o'clock this afternoon before we booted up and came in the house. But it's good for me, I guess. I'm a little bit sore from it, but it certainly doesn't hurt me. I sit around all winter and don't do anything and get out of shape. And then when spring comes around, and we're having just dandy weather here lately. This is a little bit early to be out getting all this done in the yard. Maybe by the time the summer shows up, I can take a vacation or something. I'll have all my honeydew projects done. I won't have to worry about working in the yard other than mowing the lawn. But I always have to do that anyway. Not the fool, I keep the thing watered all summer. And with water it grows like that, so about once a week or sometimes more if I put fertilizer on it. I gotta mow the darn thing. But that new bad boy lawnmower that I bought a couple years ago is really fast compared to the one I was using before, and I can mow it in probably 2/3 the time or less, so it comes in handy. And with that, we'll throw it back to Dave, WD7 WD7ATS.
WD7VHS. This is Dave, KD7VYS. Well, yesterday I had a good outing. I got together with Kingston Bill, KC5WF8, and Lee and 7KC, and his bride Paula, and we went to the local airport to a restaurant called the Spruce Goose, and had lunch there, and that was pretty good. And we moved on to Port Townsend to check out, play the tourist role over there. And this weekend is the Rhododendron Festival there. And they were sectioning off the streets for a parade, at about 5 o'clock in the evening, or afternoon, I should say. But we left there before that. And there was supposed to be a big parade today. So anyway, went over to the wooden boat area that they have there and watched the craftsmen work on some boats that we were building and repairing. And boy, really fine work done with the wooden boats that they run through their shop there, so that was fun to watch. And a lot of tourist craft. There must be at least 2 dozen restaurants on the main drag. And definitely a few candy shops and ice cream places. Stopped and had a little ice cream with Bill, and that was pretty good. Headed back and got the ferry, got back into Seattle, almost 6 o'clock. So anyway, it was a nice day. So that's pretty much what happened to me yesterday. And time to ID again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7VYS. So let's go up to Ron, KD7CKU.
Okay, thank you, Dave. VYS, KD7QKU here. Well, yeah, it sounds like you guys had a good time. Those wooden boats are pretty fascinating. I don't know. I would want a wooden boat. I've had a couple, but you got to make sure you have a nice place to keep under a roof or something. They seem to draw a lot of moisture. Plywood will start separating or something else. But anyway, yeah, no, it sounds like you guys had a good time. I guess I was there once before when we were staying at Diamond Point. This was the first time we went up by Discovery Bay, I think. Down at that dive. I don't know if you were there that day. I think maybe you were. I can't remember that. I know Bill was. Maybe Ted or Al. Ted. Yeah, Ted was. But we had a nice little place around the airport to watch the airplanes come in and touch down and take off. There was something else I was going to talk about, but I totally forgot what it was. Oh, Lee sent me a text saying that he was out in town tonight, so he was with us. I didn't get any communication from Bob, but obviously he's not there. I don't know about Gary. Maybe Gary's maybe his wife like our party's kind of small. I haven't talked to Richard either about the ATV equipment over at Tacoma. I don't know if the gentleman's still in the hospital or if he's out. He was making some recovery. He was getting his speech back together, and he was getting his thoughts so he could relay his thoughts and what he was doing. Hopefully he'll continue to get better. I would imagine they would send him to a rehabilitation or something so he could be fit. He'd probably get back home. So I'll have to give Richard a text there. All right, well, I'm kind of running out of things. I don't know, maybe we don't move up real long enough tonight. I don't know. It's like Jim down there in Rochester says it goes around pretty quick. And, oh, yeah, Jim. Yeah, I guess you have a well. I think I've heard you talk about it. Of course, the water in your lawn is probably pump the water out of your well. That's good. Here, of course, we have city water. That's not so good. All right, back to net. 7.
Thanks for that, Ron. Let's go to WU7N. James.
Connected, WU7N.
WU7N.
This is WU7N. Dave, do you copy?
This is 87YN on the 08 repeater.
Okay, I think I'm coming through. I have a brand new headset and a new microphone. Let me flip the video on. And it sounds like my audio is reasonably well. What's it sound like to you, Dave?
It sounds full quieting. Are you coming in by RF or by Echolink?
Right now I'm coming in by Echolink, and this is a real mental task because I've got a slight delay. And of course, one problem I have is I don't have enough screen because all you can see is Echolink. You can't see me. Well, anyway, I'll carry on here. Ron, I had a thought, and I lost it. So let me just, oh, yes, my water bill. I'm paying $200, I believe, for 2 months. I think they bill us every 2 months. And my last water bill was $197. And so I don't know if how that compares to a single unit dwelling. I'm one half of a duplex here in Bellevue. So I don't know if you can remember that. I'd be interested in hearing that. Jim down in Rochester, I still envy your riding lawnmower. I think we should all go down there and have a lawnmower rodeo. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and see if this will cut off and turn it back to Dave.
Okay, thanks with that. Let's go to WB7BHN.
I'm talking about the Rhododendron Festival. Brings me back to my young days as a child. I grew up there in Port Townsend, so we used to go to that parade most every year till I got up to about the 8th grade, and then I moved out to Brooklyn, and we went to it a few times. Even after that, I went to high school in Brooklyn, so I wasn't in Port Townsend anymore, but we still managed to go in and make the festivities here quite often. And I brought that to mind when they were talking about being in Port Townsend and I'm going to have a parade. It's real interesting, that parade, because it's very seldom that you get good weather when you have a parade this time of the year. It's usually didn't rain in Port Townsend much, but it was usually raining all over the state and everything. And then sometimes a little rain in Port Townsend on the parade too, but I guess the people were used to it there. They all went to the thing anyway. And with that, we'll turn it back to net. PD7ZYM, WB7BHM.
WV7ATS, again, this is Dave, 87ZYM. Well, it seems like we're kind of short, and I don't know we're going to have a lot to talk about. Let's go through another round and see if we want to terminate or continue on. Let's go to Ron, KD7 2KU.
Okay, KD7 2KU. I guess Dave still has his video up. He probably don't want to put me in there. Dave, I'm receiving you in black and white mostly, and occasionally I get a little color. You have sort of a red or wine-colored sweatshirt on, I guess, or sweater on. And James, I see your picture's really good. Of course, I don't see anything from Jim. He's a little scratchy over here on my receiver. I hope my audio's okay. So anyway. So yeah, no, Port Townsend's a nice little place. I've never been to the Rhododendron Festival. They have a rhododendron place up on Woodby Island. And when we were up there, we thought about going. But then I didn't know if they were in bloom. Our rhododendrons are in bloom here now, full at my house. And James asked about the batteries. James, I don't know anything about batteries that would help you out. Dave would be the one that might know a little bit about batteries. Maybe how to give them I know some of those old ones had a memory. And you need to run them completely down and then completely back. You probably know all that. And so I know that most of the batteries I have now are what I do, lithium ion, and then about that. So anyway, yeah, and you were right, about making sure the foliage and everything was okay, and it is. I checked it out before I left and went searching for the approval. So anyway, hopefully it'll work good. So that's about it, Dave. I'm just sort of stumbling around over here, so I don't know if you want to say 73s or not, but anyway, that would be fine with me. So back to that. Oh, and I guess the other thing we could talk about was the wedding over there. What is it? Let's say her name now. Princess Harry and Merkel, is that her name, Merkel? My wife got up kind of early this morning and was watching it. I come somewhere around a little bit after 6. As I get up about 6:30, I realized that she was up, and I laid there in bed a few minutes, and I thought, oh, well, the TV's on. She's out there watching the wedding, so I came out. Sure enough, she was watching the wedding. I had my first cup of coffee, and I kind of watched some of it. It was pretty interesting. I think the young lady made a big change over there. It was like there was a lot of people of color participating in the wedding this time. I don't remember that before, but I don't know, who knows, maybe I just paying attention. So seems like a really nice lady. I hope they'll be happy together for many, many years. So I don't know if it was on all day because I really wasn't there, but
lost your audio, Ron.
I must have timed it out. So the last part I was talking about the wedding of Prince Harry. Did you hear that?
Yeah, got all that, and then there was an ID that came up, and then kind of went quiet.
Okay, well, I probably was right on the verge of timing out or did something else. KD7QKU, back to that.
Okay, KD7QKU, again, this is Dave, KD7ZYM. And James, with your water bill, for the winter months, spring months, I imagine you're not watering outside too much. I had an enormous water bill about 4 years ago, and it was the, what do they call it, the ball cock inside the toilet tank. That's the little plunger that goes up and down with a little ball on it that goes down and seals the tank and fills up with water. And what was happening is that ball cock was not heating as it should. and the water was totally running through the toilet. Fortunately, I was gone for several weeks during that period and had to frighten me when the water bill went like that. So, let's go to James, WW7ATS.
Okay. That is something for me to check, because I looked at the monetary amount, but I didn't see actually what my QCS consumption was, so that is a very good thing to check. The other thing I thought I'd mention to everybody, I think Lee has mentioned this before, is right now I'm talking on a computer coming into the Echolink, and I can hear my own voice coming through the repeater over the air, slightly delayed, but I can't hear anybody else on Echolink. So the only way you can talk to anybody on Echolink and hear what they have to say is if everybody's on Echolink. So anyway, that's just a thought I would share with everybody. The headset I'm using right now was from Walmart, $9.33. For the life of me, I don't understand how the Chinese get these things over here and sell them for that much, and everyone still wins. But I guess we can all enjoy it as long as it's here. I, too, am probably running out of things to say. So, with that, let me turn it back to Nat.
Okay, James, let's go to WW7ATS. Jim.
Well, my water bill doesn't cost me much because I got the well out there and everything's electric, heat and stove and ovens and the water and everything is run off electricity here. During the winters, in a real cold month, they make it up around $200 or a little more for the electric bill in the winter. And in the summer, it drops down below $100. But I never have really tried to figure out how much the well cost me, because I run the thing all the time in the summer, but I have water in the morning and then I water in the evening too. And I've got about 2 acres of yard I'm watering. I've got 3 controllers out there, and there's, I think one of them's got 5 stations on it, the other one's 6, and the other one's got 4 stations on it. Putting a lot of water on things, but it doesn't really cost me too terribly much. Fortunately, having that well, and there's all kinds of water down the well too. We've never even come close to running out of water here, so it's real good that way. It's nice to have all the water we need. I feel sorry for some of the people in the city that get a great big water bill, and that I wouldn't like to get a big one or anything. Most of them didn't have it in their budget. It'd be a real shock. Take all your extra money for a month for a water bill or something. It'd be kind of bad. But I fortunately don't have that problem. And with that, we'll turn it back to that. KD7ZYM, WB7BHN.
WB7BHN, this is Dave, KD7ZYM. Yeah, you know, the interesting thing, water was relatively inexpensive to Seattle for about 8 years ago, and we had a little bit of a dry spell, and so they decided they should raise the rate on the water, and that would kind of make people conserve a little bit. But, you know, then the snows came in the winter, and we had more than ample snow, and the reservoirs were full. But guess what? They never took that rate hike off. So anyway, the fun part of living in Seattle, I guess, if you got a good thing, you make people pay for it. So with that, we may bring this to an end. So I'll put it out. Is there anything from anybody before we close up this evening?
KD7 2KU.
KD7 2KU, go ahead.
Okay, James, I pulled our water bill because I don't know what it is. It's in 3 parts. Now there's the water service. That's $76.60. There's the stormwater and surface water. That's $58.91. And then there's the wastewater service. That's the sewer and stuff. That's $127.98. So our total bill, $263.49. That's for 2 months. So I don't know if you're just talking about $200 for your water or $200 for your total bill.
It was $197 for the whole enchilada, the whole bill, and I believe it is for 2 months. So thank you very much. That does give me something to kind of compare with, but I'm still going to follow Dave's suggestion and look to see at my consumption, see if I got something leaking around here, because I'm the only one here, and the water hasn't been used for the last few months for watering. We're barely even starting watering season, so I don't quite know why it's so high. Dave, I think you hit it on the point, though. It's that high because they can. It's Bellevue. I've never known rates to ever come down or taxes ever to come down. I'm going to be challenging my taxes here shortly. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. The last time I challenged them, I got them to take quite a bit off, and that was definitely worth my time. So we'll see how it goes this time. WW7N, back to net.
Get a combined utility for garbage pickup and water. And mine runs about $158 for the 2-month period, and that includes the water usage. We don't have as steep of a bill as you guys are getting over there in the Bellevue area. But anyway, that's what it runs here. I think the water part of the bill is about $50, and then the garbage is almost $85. Expensive garbage in Seattle. Water's not quite so bad.
87QKU, another comment?
Go ahead, Ross.
My son was here this afternoon and we were talking, and they have motorhomes and cars and pickups and motorcycles and everything, and so he's moved over to eastern Washington now and lives in Plains. So I guess they're in Chelan County where he lives, and he said, oh my God, the reduction in license fees over there is unbelievable. What he was paying several $100s for over here, now he's paying like $30 or $40 or maybe $20 over there. He said, it's just outrageous what they charge over there. He said he didn't know it was so bad until he moved over there. So, all right, 73 everybody, 87 on service tonight.
Okay, with that, Ron, also tabulated for those of us who live in western Washington, especially if you live in Seattle, and I think Bellevue too, automobile insurance rates are up. And if you live outside of Seattle, it's a lot cheaper for automobile insurance. So with that, again, is there anything from anybody who shut it up? And with that, we'll be terminating the net. We'd like to thank the owners and operators of the 08 machine, the Exact Repeater Group, allowing us to have time on a repeater on Saturday and Wednesday at 9 o'clock for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society net. So we've terminated it now on Bridge 87 CYN. Here the repeater. Good evening all.
WW7N disconnected.